What is going on, y'all? Check me out here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about what is on my iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I have been using this pretty much since launch, and I got a real simple setup right now, y'all. You know, usually I got the widgets and all of that, but we're at the bare bones on this one. So in this, we're going to talk about my setup, from my wallpaper to my apps to my settings, all of the good things. Now, on my lock screen, I got this wallpaper from Pinterest. I love using Pinterest for my wallpapers. Like, they just have some very unique ones. I just like the overall look of this, and I just thought it flowed, so that's my wallpaper right now. All right, so the way I was able to customize this top area right here, where it has like my calories and all of that, you know, my activity, that was done with widget. And then beneath that, I did change my clock. I think I made the letters a little bigger. And then I just have the weather widget down here to the left, and then a quick shortcut to the moment widget. I use the moment widget to take different photos and videos, but this shortcut right here just takes me straight to the area where I can take a photo. And then in the bottom left, I have made a shortcut to open up Final Cut camera, and then in the bottom right, a shortcut to open up the default camera. Yes, I do get confused on which one I want, but nonetheless, that's the setup on the lock screen. So, and if you're wondering, what did I set my action button to be? I have set it to open up this app called Spark. So this is an app that I used a lot more in the past, and I just recently started using it a little bit more. I like it because it's easier to record like clips throughout the day for like my day on the life content, or you know, just to my IG stories, because you can pretty much edit from within it, and it's just seamless. So yeah, that is my setup in those areas. But moving on to my home screen. So the wallpaper here on my home screen I got from Pinterest as well. I love astrology and astronomy. Just mix that. I love how the spaceship blends in with the island at the top, so it looks more seamless. But in terms of what I have here, again, so in the top left, I have my testing folder. So these are some apps that I recently downloaded that I'm going to be testing out a little bit further. But so far, I've really been enjoying Flighty. I like using that for tracking my flights. And then popping out of that folder, another folder I have up here is my travel folder. So these are all the different apps that I use for different things when I'm traveling. So I just have those items up at the top. Moving down beneath that, we have Safari. That's what I use for my web browser. My Notes app, that is currently where I am actually like doing a lot of different things for my business. Like, I know before I was using Notion, I still am, but just not in the same manner that I was. Right now I'm using Notes to script my videos, but I want to go, or rather I am planning to go back into Notion and basically have them work together a little bit better. When I have a quick thought that I want to, jot down, Notes is a lot easier and quicker to access than Notion. Notion is sluggish and it lags a little bit when it's loading up your pages, and that little slight stutter, it messes up my workflow. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, okay? I actually have a video already for it, so I'm gonna throw it up in one of these corners, and you can check it out there. But outside of the like default apps, I do use Google Maps for my navigation, and for my calendar I am using Fantastical. So if you've been following my What's on My iPhone series, or just my channel period, I have been using Fantastical for years. And me and Fantastical have been locked in for a minute. Yeah, I did try the new calendar app with the new updates that iOS 18 brought to it, but it just didn't hit the same. I know one thing I was really looking forward to with the calendar app was being able to see my calendar events on my calendar by color, because I do color code my calendars. And Fantastical just does a better job at showing me that. I also like how I can make like different calendar filters, so that I can either just look at my work calendars or my personal calendars or my shared calendars. Like you can filter which calendar view you want. But moving beneath Fantastical, I have Telegram. So that's where I have a lot of my different, business communications going. And then next to that, I have the Mail app. Okay, I am in between Outlook and the Mail app right now. Like, I have been using Outlook for a minute now, couple of years. Yeah, but with the new iOS 18.2 update, I might I don't know. I might go back to the Mail app. I'm testing it, and that's why it's here. So I might have to migrate back to it. But moving next to that one, I have Kino. So this is a camera app that I like to use. It lets you get pro controls, but in a real simple way, so that you can kind of just like hit record and go, but still have vlog-like footage. So I've been using that one, and then recently, Final Cut Camera actually got an update. And with that update, we can now preview our log footage with the built-in LUT. You can't upload your own custom LUTs. It is, this default one that Apple has, but you can at least see it with the LUT than without. Yeah, and the file sizes are smaller, so there's that. But beneath those apps, I just have some folders of like similar items grouped together. So this first one being for my photo and video related apps, or rather I don't know, this is kind of giving social. I might need to update that. But I have Instagram in here. If you're not following me up there, you should. I'll have it linked for you down below, TECHME0UT. Then, we got YouTube Studio, Spotify, and my music app, and then Apple Music. But then next to that folder, we have my photo and video app. But these are all the different camera apps that I use. Like I mentioned, I use Moment, Blackmagic Cam. That thing had me in a chokehold for a hot minute. I just got up out of that app. I love it for the features that it offers. The interface is nice. It's a little clunky because you do have to like tap around a lot and dig into different settings to get to what you want. But the way that you can grab footage, and it just unlocks like another level of creativity for me. But moving on beyond that, I then have my like health folder. So I am getting back into my fitness and just overall wellness, and trying to ensure that I'm doing all the things that I possibly can to be in better health. So yeah, these are the apps that I'm using to monitor that. I am currently using the Shred app. I don't know if I'm going to keep using it. I'm indifferent on the coaches up there. Like, I don't know. I'm still testing it, but so far I'm about maybe 60% in on keeping it. But next to that, I do have my fitness app, and then I have my Peloton app. So I do love to ride my Peloton. I love working out with Tunde. But yeah, those are my go-tos right there. They just, I don't know. I like their pacing, because I do also use Tempo, which is a whole system in, my little workout area. And one thing I'm noticing after using Peloton and then using these other, fitness apps, is that the coaches on Peloton set a bar. Like, they know the right thing to say, when to say it, and they let the track breathe a little bit, like they don't talk the whole time. On Tempo, I feel like they told their trainers to, basically not let any moment be silent, because golly. But with Peloton, they pace it very well in terms of the workout, and also the little motivational messages that they have, while they're coaching you. It's just an overall good experience. Those have been my little fitness apps that I've been using. And then this last folder here in the bottom right is my productivity folder. So these are pretty much all the default apps, minus Outlook, because still gotta have access to that just in case. Now, this is the only page that I have for my home screen. Like, I kept it real minimal. But I was intentional about what I added when I swiped over to the side here. I forgot what this area is called. I can never remember it. But nonetheless, this area here is where I put all of my widgets. So right now what I have is my music app up here in the top left, my Spotify app next to that, and then I have the flighty widget here. This is going to give me a quick view of whatever flights I have coming up. And then next to that, I have my activity widget. And then beneath that, I got batteries, my news, and then my screen time. So yeah, like I said, y'all, we just we watered it down a little bit this time. But right now, I just really wanted something that was more functional and still looked good. Usually I'm trying to get like this really fancy custom setup, but yeah, I'm content right now with this. I may end up changing it later, but it had been a while since I had done a what's on my phone video, and I felt like, I got some new apps up here that are worth sharing, so here we are. But nonetheless, y'all, I feel like I'm rambling, but if you want to stay updated on when the next video is going to drop or what I am up to in general, feel free to check me out on Instagram at TechMeOut. That's TECHME0UT. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.